guys, welcome back to Favorite Iron Customs. I'm Michael, and we're back out here working on the F1 today. I've already kind of been working some today. Yesterday, Glenn and I, and very special thanks to Glenn for stopping by and helping me. He was actually had to work on a Saturday, and he stopped by to help me pour my first section of concrete. I'm doing it. The building, if y'all watched any of that, is 11 by 28, which is somewhere around 2.5 meters by somewhere around 9 meters long. And we're pouring a 3.5 inch thick pad, which will be 75 plus 12 is 87, 90 millimeters thick. So yesterday it took 80-pound bags, and I think pounds to kilos is like, a kilo is like 2 pounds, give or take, so somewhere around 40 kilos. So it took 44 of those to pour a 6-foot by 11-foot section. And it's going to take 3 more 6-foots and 2 5-foots to get that done. So we're going to do a little bit at a time over the course of the next month or so. You know, maybe one pour every weekend because that's about all I can stand. But this morning I finished moving the concrete we didn't use under the shelter so it wouldn't get wet. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow. I've been out here already. I cut a cross member to weld into the chassis underneath the truck so we can cut the transmission cross member out. And that's where we're going to start. We're going to, I've already fired the compressor up. We're going to break out the plasma cutter, and we're just going to hack this stuff out of here. We'll have to clean it up better once we get the cab off of the chassis and we blow the chassis apart and start cleaning it up. And we've got a lot more to do to the chassis. I'm actually exploring exactly what I want to do. I'm thinking about bringing like a semi-X'd frame to connect the front and the back, and connect over the cross member like one of the old cars would be to bring the strength back to the center of this chassis. But that cross member, some guys on the boards were telling me not to cut it out because it created a lot of strength in this truck. So I can see where it would keeps the chassis from flexing out and keeps it from doing this. I mean, we're going to have it welded up solid enough and ain't going to go anywhere, but I just want to add that little extra, make sure. We'll get into that at a later date. So let's get the plasma cutter hooked up and jump into it. there it is on the floor. I got those parts cut out. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt, but the chassis is laying flat on the ground. Right now, we're almost touching the chassis in the back. It's about probably a 1/4 inch, which is good because I think I'm going to put a piece of 1/4 inch flat bar. I think I'm going to put a piece of 1/4 inch flat bar along the bottom of the chassis just so if it drags, it won't drag the bottom of the chassis off because that is really thin stuff. So we may just kind of stitch it in there so that we can go back and cut it out, or make some sort of plate, like have drag blocks or something like that, just so that it doesn't wear the bottom of the frame out. All right, guys, we're going to cut it there for this week. I never got back out here, as you can probably hear in my voice. I ended up coming down with the flu on Monday, and I've been sick all week. Actually missed work yesterday. So, let's see, what do we do? We got a couple of parts in. We got a couple of 3/4 16 and 3/4 16 left-hand taps to chase the threads when we weld those bungs on. And we got our Johnny joints, and I'll show you those whenever we get ready to build the links. So we'll be ready to do that next week. Also, hopefully, we'll be ready to drop the engine in. I've got it kind of mocked up over here in place. We need to pull this transmission out and get this transmission mocked up. I found someone to turn the flywheel. We're going to get that done. I need to go ahead and get the mill set up with the DRO, and we need to get the rotary table set up, because we're going to need the rotary table to get the holes drilled for the pressure plate for the clutch to fit this transmission. That's it, guys. Y'all like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next week, hopefully with something. I'm not going to get overly ambitious about getting stuff done this weekend. My goal is to get well and get back at it. So I'll see y'all later.